Hello students, today we are going to discuss a very important topic that is advertising media. Advertising media से बात करने से पहले first we should know what is advertising. Advertising बच्चे is the word that originated from the Latin word which means to turn the attention. So every piece of advertisement turns the attention of the readers or the listeners or the viewers toward a product or a service or an idea. As we all know, in the present scenario, the modern business world of today has become very complicated and diversified. So there is a requirement of specialized marketing activity to make consumer aware of the company along with its products and services they are offering to the general public for sale. So, advertising acts as a dynamic and constructive force in the modern complicated business world. So, basically, we can say that advertising is an art of influencing human action to buy or possess one's product. It is a technique of popularizing one's product or service. Advertising is defined by various personas in different ways, and they have come with the various definitions in which there are some common features like advertising is always a paid form of communication in which the advertiser does not come face to face with the consumer. It is a non-personal form of presenting products and promoting the ideas, and the basic purpose of advertising is to promote the product and the services. It is directed to increase the sales of products and and services of the firm. Next, the topic is objectives and functions of the advertising. As bache, we all know, advertising has become an essential activity of marketing. It is persuaded with the definite objective of promoting the firm and its products and also undertakes certain functions. Among this, the main function is that is promotion of the sales. Advertising is undertaken to create demand for new as well as the existing products and the services. It informs the people about the new products and persuading them to go for a particular product. And effective advertising will help in attracting more and more customers for the company, which will be ultimately resulting in the increase of the sales of the company. The next is educate the public about the product. Advertisement which will not only promote the products but they also educate the public about their proper use. Products may sometimes be put to some alternative uses or some additional uses, like as we all know, take an example of Oreo biscuit we eat as such, but in present context we are easily familiar with Oreo shakes, Oreo ice creams. So what is that? That is Oreo can be put to various substitute uses. You can make shakes, you can make ice creams, you can make pudding using the same Oreo biscuit. So advertisement helps in educating the public about the various alternative uses that can be put to the product. Next, it helps in the introduction of the new product. Whenever a new product is introduced in the market, it must be brought to the notice of the public through advertisement. A new product cannot make an impact in the minds of the customers without the help of advertising. Advertisements are helpful for quick publicity of the product. Next, it helps in overcoming the competition. As bache, we all know today's world is a competitive world. Every product is facing not only the national but also international competition. So, in order to survive in the competition, the good features of the product that should be brought into the notice of the public through advertisement. So, advertisement will be helpful in overcoming competition from the other products. Next, the main function that is the mass production. Large scale production will be possible only if there is market for the product. So, advertising is required if the production is to be increased. Next, that is research and development. Advertising bache, it stimulates research and development activities. In the prevailing competitive environment, every producer has to differentiate its product from its substitute, or you can say its alternate products which are available in the market. This can only be made possible if there is regular research which is undertaken on the product and attracting more and more customers for the same. So we can see next is the topic is advertising media. Here bache, the term media which is attached with the word advertising, it refers to the means through which the advertising information is communicated by the advertiser to the prospective customers. It embraces each and every method that the advertiser has at its command to carry his message to the public. Advertising media, it may be classified under two categories. One is direct advertising and second is indirect advertising. Now, what is direct advertising? Direct advertising is that which aims at reaching directly to the known prospects and is generally done through direct mail advertising. Whereas the second, that is indirect advertising, under is the public is indirectly approached through a well chosen media such as you can say the posters, films, TVs, radios, newspapers, magazines, etc. But the principal media of advertising that are commonly used can be categorized into four heads. One is press media, second it can be outdoor media, third it can be postal or direct mail, and fourth it is the other media. Now we will be discussing these all four categories of the advertising media in detail. First one was the press media. As the name suggests, press media, it is also known as the print media. Press media of advertising, it refers to the publication of advertisement in newspapers, magazines and journals, etc. This is the most important media used by the advertisers. Small businessmen as well as big business houses, they prefer the press as the media for approaching people situated in the wide area. It is considered as the most economical, effective, elastic method of advertising among the enlightened people. In press media, there are various medias that can be used, like it can be newspapers, it can be magazines, it can be journals, and many other forms. Next, the method is that is the outdoor media. Outdoor media, as the name suggests, it refers to the display of the advertisements in the open places where from the public which are generally passing through, such as like on the railway stations, bus stands, street corners, roadside, etc. They are able to see that advertisement. It is meant for the moving audience without any cost on their part. It is said that that the appeals which are made through the advertisements through the outdoor media takes a mass form of nearly 97% of the adult population moves out of the doors every week. Outdoor advertising media embraces like posters, painted displays, electrical arrangements, traveling displays, skywriting and sandwichment. Take an example, bache. In the recent time, in the past, recently we have seen the elections, and in the election campaigns we have seen the banners and the hoardings of the various political parties and their representatives. They were shown as a big hoardings on the roadsides. There were balloons that were floated in the air. They were generally advertising their specific party or a specific party agent. So what were they doing? They were just advertising about the party and its prospective candidate. So outdoor media, that is the way where the advertisement is not given at the doorsteps of the consumer. It is provided to them outside their houses. Then the next media, that is the postal or the direct mail advertising. Direct mail advertising is a way of transmitting information or the message directly to the potential customers through the medium of the post. Direct promotion consists of written, printed or processed messages which is delivered directly to the buyer who are selected by the sellers. They go by mail. Some is delivered by the salesman of the manufacturer or the retailers. Some is on the retail counters available to the customers. So such type of advertising reaches the public free of cost for them and is generally read indoors as it is sent to the personal or the official addresses. The important direct mail medias, they can be cards, circulars, catalogs, board sides, sales letters, folders and many on. So in addition to these three methods that we discussed, like press media, direct mail and outdoor advertising, there are several other medias which can be employed successfully in the present days. These includes film, radio, television, window displays, showrooms, fairs and exhibitions. Now if we discuss any of the one like films, advertising through films and cinemas is becoming very popular in our country. It consists of a wide range from ordinary slides to short films and feature films produced for a specific purpose. In every cinema house, one could find such advertisements either before the film starts or in the intervals. Films purchase, that is the way of advertisement which has scoped up the disadvantage of the radio method, in which only the message can be conveyed to the prospective consumers on the audio basis. But while using the films or televisions, they have the advantage of both audio plus the video method. Now the main thing, that is the selection of the suitable media for advertising. Since we have discussed there are various methods, the company can use any of the methods. They can go with the newspapers, they can go with the advertisement in the films during the intervals or in the starts, they can use the sandwichmen, they can use the outdoor advertising. But the question is, which is the most suitable method of advertising and how that method should be selected? So selection of a suitable media of advertising, it depends upon a number of considerations. It is very essential to select an appropriate media, because a wrong selection may prove to be costly or may even go as a waste without any result. The most important points that is to be considered while selecting a media of advertising are like, number one, that is nature of the product. Nature of the product that is to be advertised has an important bearing on the medium of advertisement. For example, a product needing demonstration warrants television and cinema screen advertising. Industrial products, they can be advertised through print media. Next, that depends upon the selection of the media, depends upon the nature of the market. The aim of advertising effort will be to reach the potential customers in the most economical and effective way. If a product is sold nationally, then magazines, TV, cinemas may be useful in advertising a product. If a product is local, then cable or local or regional newspapers, that can be gone for the better choice. Next, the circulation of the media. The circulation of the media will be taken into account while selecting a media. Then type of the audience. The type of the audience which is to be approached also influence the selection of the type of the media. If the audience is illiterate, then radio, TV, cinema, they will be more suitable media. In case the audience is educated, then the concern, they can go for the advertisements in newspapers, magazines and other print medias. Now the selection, while relying the selection of the suitable media, one should clearly be aware about what are the advertising objective. Though the main objective of advertising may be to influence the consumer behavior, but specific objective may be to cover local, regional or national market for creating a primary or the secondary demand. So knowledge or awareness about the advertising objective is must. Then what are the amount of the funds that are available for the concern? The amount of the funds which is available for advertisement will also influence the type of media that is used. Television is considered to be most costly, but its impact may be better. For example, in a newspaper and magazine, an advertisement may be colored or in black and white, will be decided on the basis of the availability of the funds. Next, the life of the advertisement. The life of the advertisement in newspaper, TV, radio is short, whereas the impact of outdoor displays, magazines or direct mail may be longer. The advertiser should take into account the duration for which he wants to create the impression in the minds of the prospective customers. Then media used by the competitors. An advertiser should carefully study the moves of the competitors as to the media selected and the pattern of expenditure portrayed. The media used by the competitors should be used if same type of products are to be advertised, so that the customers may be distracted from the influence of the earlier advertisement. So while selecting the suitable media for advertisement, these factors should be taken into consideration. So this was all for today, bache. That is the topic in which we discussed what are the various types of advertising media and what should be the factors that should be taken into consideration while selecting any of the advertising media. Hope this topic is clear to everyone. Thank you, bache.